As you could see, I did not practice properly with this particular Word document. So when I ended up clicking here, it opened the video, but it did not open in this particular orientation. It opened in the other orientation, and that is one of the reasons why you could not actually watch it properly. So you need to practice, and that way how I struggled itself is a lesson for you, because I don't want you to be struggling at the time of making a presentation. And this picture is kind of an interesting thing as well. It says, that's a great question. Come to think of it, I'm not sure what it is I am trying to sell you. So you don't want to be in those type of situations, because you need to know clearly what you are trying to tell, what you are trying to convince your customer about. Okay, now that is where I would encourage you to watch another nice interesting video clip. Okay, that is on Squatty Potty. I don't know whether you have heard about that particular product or not. It is rather a very interesting product. Maybe I will just quickly click on it, because that's one of my favorite, and it always gets a lot of giggles from the students. Yes, that's a unicorn poop.
This is where your ice cream comes from. The creamy poop of a mystic unicorn. Totally clean, totally cool, and soft served straight from a sphincter. They're good at pooping. But you know who sucks at pooping? You do. That's because when you sit on the porcelain throne, this muscle puts a kink in the hose and stops the Ben & Jerry's from sliding out smoothly. Is that a problem? I don't know, are hemorrhoids a problem? Because sitting at this angle can cause hemorrhoids, bloating, constipation, and a buttload of other crap. And seriously, unicorn hemorrhoids? The glitter gets everywhere. But what happens when you go from a sit to a squat? Voila, this muscle relaxes and that kink goes away faster than Pegasus laying sweet sherbet dookie. Now your colon's open and ready for battle. That's because our bodies were made to poop in a squat, and now there's a product that lets you squat in your own home. Introducing the Squatty Potty. No, Squatty Potty is not a joke.
Well, I don't know how many of you were gagging for that particular advertisement, but it was a viral advertisement. And they were able to communicate their product idea very well using that small 3-minute advertisement. So what technique did they use? If you pay attention to the technique, you will learn a lot about how they were able to create such a viral video. First, they identified a problem. Problem is, some people are unable to poop properly, and then they agitated it. Agitate means you are making it sound worse, or you are highlighting the most important or the most difficult components of the problem. Okay, and finally you say, hey, you know what, you need a solution, and that solution is using our product. That is Squatty Potty. That is the way how the video went on. Okay, so this problem agitate solution is a very interesting, important thing that I want you to think about. So whenever you are approaching a customer to make a presentation, identify a problem for that customer, agitate it, tell how they are losing out by not using your product, and then present your product as the solution. Okay, so that's a very important thing as well. Similarly, there are quite a few other advertisements that you can see from this advertisement agency, that is Harmon Brothers channel. So I encourage you to go and check that. Yes, that was actually an ad for, I guess, pooping, if you want to say that. Okay, so it's kind of an interesting thing, but you have to ask yourself, hey, you know what can I learn from it? How can I become a better presenter? How can I convey my idea better? So you have to think about it. Now, if you ask me, what are some common important things that I need to do to become a better presenter? I would say, first of all, use pictures and fewer words. Okay, use a lot of pictures, like this one that I am having on the screen right now. And if you look at Steve Jobs' presentation stage right now, you can see one number, that is 230,000 new iOS activations per day. And people will be thinking about it, and you as the presenter can essentially emphasize or highlight why this number is important, how this number has changed over time. So that is where you will be telling a story. Okay, so telling a story using pictures and fewer words is a very good approach. And remember that knowledge is power, and that power will give you the confidence while you are making a presentation to your customers. pay attention to your body language, okay, and facial micro expressions. So please pay attention to them. Remember, I told you that face is the index of mind, so that is why it's important as well. And also develop a helping tendency. This we saw in chapter number 1. You have to be having a helping tendency. Otherwise, sales is probably a not good profession for you. Okay. So here I have given you some basic suggestions that I have found to be helpful for me, and I would encourage you to consider these as well. And in terms of telling a story, we already saw the power of telling stories. Now you can tell different types of stories, and they are given in this particular video clip. There are lots of video clips. If you come to the class, this is what we will be watching and talking about. But here I have given you the links, so hopefully you will be watching and you will be following through by asking me questions when we actually meet, either in person or online. Okay, so these are some of the suggestions that I would like you to think about and keep in mind when it comes to the presentation. So in the next page, page number 2, I have a few more links. So there are a bunch of video links that you can watch so that you can understand how to become a better presenter. Now, one important thing that I want to emphasize here. In the previous video, I said that we need to make the presentations look with pictures and fewer words. But then if you come here in this particular screen, there are lots of words and you will be thinking, what is going on? What is happening? Now, the only thing is, I am not exactly trying to make a presentation here. I am a teacher and I am trying to help you take notes. And to help you take notes, it might be better if I kind of, give you the notes and help you fill out these kind of blanks and things like that. And that is why I am using these particular presentations, this particular presentation format. Is this the best? Obviously not. If you have time and effort, you can really invest a lot of money and you may be able to create very successful campaign such as this Squatty Potty that we saw there. Okay, and before I let you go, let me just quickly open this particular channel where you can see that Squatty Potty is just one of the things. Okay, they have gotten poopuri.com, raw egg, whether your mattress is awful or not. So they have used this problem agitate solution approach in almost all these videos. So I encourage you to watch because they are essentially trying to sell a product by creating advertisements, and which went viral, really viral. Okay, and I want your products to go viral as well if you know how to do it in a more effective manner. So think about it. We will come back and keep talking more about how you can become a better presenter.